Falls Bluff homepage. I don't even have that open. Let's go down.
Move that chair.
If you scroll down on the Falls Bluff webpage, there's going to be a little spot that says Class Flow Student.
Okay.
It's really small. I tried to find it too. Let's see if I can show you on here.
Oh.
Right there, under Falls Bluff information. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, so once you click the website, it's going to bring you to a little box. It says log in or join class. If you click on the tab that says join class, I'll give you my class code.
Mine only says click here for student class flow login.
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay, so
And
mine
mine
does
says
it say,
class flow
Yes.
connect.
yes,
so press that button?
that's right.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Don't want to do anything
You're
wrong.
fine. You're
And then it's
fine.
gonna take you to
So the next thing you're gonna do is you say, click here for student class flow login, you're a student. So
Gotcha.
click there, please.
Yep, okay.
All right,
Yeah.
I need to come back.
I know, the scrolling,
yeah,
it's definitely different.
okay, you click on the teacher link, you want the student one.
I didn't click on the teacher one.
Well, it says hello dynamic teacher, so that's not how we.
Okay, so there'll be two tabs.
Yes.
Do you guys see
Now
those
we're
now?
there. We are there.
Do you see
Got
the
it.
one that says
Says
join
class
class?
teacher.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
It's the one
Okay.
that we're on.
Okay.
Go back
Okay.
here,
Type in
and
capital
let's go to
Q.
class flow student.
That's what.
Okay. the
Capital
development class flow
R.
Teacher, and that one
Capital
says
L.
student.
Okay.
9.
Alright.
Okay.
I have to make sure I have it up on mine.
Oh, look at that.
No, looky. Who do I want to be today?
Yeah, you can pick anybody. This
Oh,
is
let's
my
be
class.
Carly. So this is
Carly.
Yeah,
We'll
try
be Carly.
and pick someone different.
I'll pick
So
that.
someone's
Okay.
Charlie, someone's Declan,
Sophie
Okay.
Crew.
Sophie.
She's on our team.
What's the
Join class?
username?
Yes, and it is
Oh,
Q. Yeah, join class. And it's capital
QR.
QRRL 9. And so that's my logon for all of my lessons for my kids.
Okay.
And I don't know why it's that, that's just what they gave us. Okay, so this is an online site that the kids can access from home. It's really neat. So any lessons that we create that are on here, they can join them at home if I press a share button and I want to share with them.
And that's why you see that beautiful picture right now.
Yeah, that's why.
Because
Yeah.
the teacher
I
has
don't
not
want you to
shared
play.
She's not
content
shared
with
anything.
you.
I don't want you to play on the screen or anything. I want you
Right.
pitching up here at me.
Right.
So if I wanted
You know
to, if I wanted to, I would, well, see my little icon up here, it says I have 4 students who are in my class, they're connected with me. So I can send this card to you guys and it will show up on your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
There
there?
they are, yep.
Isn't that neat?
That is
It
very
just
cool.
pops on over. So we could go through the lesson together.
So you're
Blah,
not
blah,
currently
blah.
using this like this, then?
We've done it one time with my kids. They loved it, they were
Now-
so excited.
I understand, I don't even know if this is a month old yet, it's
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
Class flow was just rolled out,
From your
we were like on the
Yeah.
cutting edge of this.
So we're learning.
When
But-
you guys mentioned it in the last
cutting
meeting, they
edge.
didn't have it for Google, they didn't have it for Android, so that's.
Yes, but it's developing and
Yeah.
changing almost daily, yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
we get emails all the time.
Am I supposed to see that?
Not yet. I haven't
Not
sent
yet.
this to you.
Okay.
So now we're on another slide. We're practicing the skill. I'm going to send it to the kids so
Here we go.
they could either solve it on paper, but for this one, I want to check their understanding to make sure they're getting it, so I can send them a set of questions that I've made for them. So this part's the cool part. Let me go to start question set, and you guys will have a question that pops up on your screen.
We're pretty simple, we thought the rest was cool, but.
This is, I think, so neat.
Oh, this is cool.
And in this way, I can see if my students get it or if they do not get it, because hopefully every student would have a laptop if I had the class set of laptops, or I could have kids on their tablets, their phones, their laptops, whatever they brought from home. And they would send it right back to me. So I have
Oh, I
4
got it right.
pending
Me too.
responses. So when I get all of this,
I'm smarter than a 4th grader.
Yeah, in 4th grade.
At least as smart as a 4th grader.
this is a hard thing. Multiples are so confusing for them. But they would get this, or I would get the answers on my screen. I wouldn't open that in front of them, obviously. But one thing they did mention in the training video is if you have like your own iPad with you, you could be walking around and seeing what they got right at the time.
That's cool.
So that way you could check in with them and be like, hey, did you know you did the wrong multiplication for 4 times 8? or 4 times 9 or something like that. And you could directly assess it then. Also, another thing about this that was neat, I haven't done this yet, but say you have like differentiated learners in your class, someone's working on like a lower skill, someone's on a higher skill, you can group them and send out certain questions and certain cards to certain kids. They wouldn't know because it's just
very
gonna
cool.
be on their screen. But it differentiates it, so I think that's nice. So just to show you guys what it looks like. You guys got them all correct.
Yeah.
And this is nice for the teacher because you can pop it open, or it should come out. And it says what they did, and I can download this, print it out, whatever I need to do with it after that. Okay. And then I have some more. So again, this one has 3 questions. So I would send the card.
Oh, my thing comes up, the assessment was ended.
Yes.
So it went
Yeah.
away.
So they've timed out of that. If you want to, you could give them like a time limit, like 4 minutes, 3 minutes, a minute if it's something quick. And if they can't get it, then they're timed out and they just didn't get it right.
Did you create these slides?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And when I went through it with my kids, I did it on a teacher work day, so I was just kind of like frazzled. A lot of stuff going on, and so my kids were like, you did multiplication wrong here. This is not correct.
Oh,
And I was like,
funny.
I'm glad we practiced with you guys. But they like it. So I'm sending a question to you guys again. I think this one has true or false on it. There will be a set of 3 questions.
All right.
So just make whatever choice, you can get it wrong.
Quit cheating.
I got it.
Looking over my shoulder.
Oh, there's 3 questions.
I
Oh,
know.
geez, there are.
This one's really testing though.
I'm a little nervous.
You're doing it.
Common multiple testing. What's common?
It didn't tell
They
me.
share them, that they have them in common too.
Never go back to school.
The terms is what gets them, it's so hard to remember that.
Well, I tell you one thing,
This
it's
is
helping my kids with math, it's like,
Would
they're
love
like,
this.
that's not how you do it. I was
I
like,
wish-
that's how I learned it 20 years ago. I'm
Fair
so
enough.
proud.
I think it's really cool.
You don't
And
say
I
that
just
anymore,
showed it
20
to
years
my
ago
mom,
neither,
too, so
no,
you'll have to
no.
tell her.
That's not
Yeah.
shared.
Why?
I know.
This would be it. This would be like, yeah, right.
Yeah, but she's got to send it.
Okay, so I have
Yeah.
all,
The teacher has to do it.
Yeah.
I have all the responses, they're there, you guys got them right. Go back,
That'd be fun.
and we just would go through the lesson together, and I would send them what I want them to send. If I really want their attention up here with me, then I wouldn't put anything on their screen. I also could send them, like for example, this one. I could send them this card, and I could give them the option to create their own answers where they have like a little pen and they can write. So let me show you what that looks like. So I'm going to send them the creative poll, and they would write their answers in these, and then they could submit when they finish.
So they have like a stylus or something?
Yeah, there'll be a little pin on the side. It looks
Yeah.
like this one, and they
Oh.
just click on it, and they just
What do they use there?
they use. I think they just use the mouse pad to write it.
Oh.
Oh.
My kids didn't like it too much. There's another option where you can use the a text where they can type it in.
Oh, yeah. I think they have
Because
this.
oftentimes kids like it to, to look right, to
Yes.
not be too big, to not be messy, so they like the text.
Yeah, okay.
That is an option. So like if you're doing like a different type of lesson, not a math lesson, you could send them the little pin. They could write you an answer or
Okay.
give you an answer.
Cool.
And this would be my final assessment that I'd give to them. So I created this a long time ago and we didn't get to do it at the time of learning multiples, but now it's nice that I have it and that it's working because we're doing fractions. So multiples also come into play with fractions.
So you can.
And there's always next year too.
You could give a
test.
test like
You could do
this,
a
yeah.
test.
And if you, okay, I'm gonna exit it so it's gonna go away from your screen. You can create assessments. So if I knew, like say if I knew every single one of my students had a computer of their own or a tablet of their own at home, I could give an assessment that they could access at home or that they could go take in a computer lab during one of our 2 computer lab blocks and they would just sign on here, take it, and it would get sent to me.
Oh, very cool.
Still learning a lot about it, but it seems awesome. They showed us how kids have the ability to, there's a message board, and they can ask you what they got wrong, why they got it wrong. So that would be for children who are more mature. really interested in their learning, definitely not like the younger ages.
Right.
That would be too hard.
But understand that this is now, this course is supported by Promethean. It's all tied up together. Now, instead of just being able to send one child to the board, every child
Right.
is on their device, computer, it's like they're at the board.
Participating.
And
100%
Ms. Finn can
participating.
actually have them submit their,
To make sure.
what they did, their card, and they would show up here at the bottom. And they go across here, and she could pull them up.
And if I liked one example, say they created and they solved like a division problem with the pen, and I thought they did a good job, I could just click it and pull it up for everyone to see.
Okay.
Because they love coming up to the board and touching it, but obviously you get the same few people every single class raising their hand over and over, and you don't want to call on the same people all the time. So this holds everyone accountable, and it gives them all the same chance.
Very cool.
So it's exciting for them.
How many kids do you have in your class? It looks like you have 18. that
I have 22.
Okay, that have brought.
Oh, I have
Technology.
14 that signed up for technology in my classroom to bring it in. After I did this, I had one ask if she could start bringing hers in. She didn't get the form signed, so I was like, yeah, go print off the page. You can start bringing yours in now. They bring it in the morning and just put it in their desks, like
All
at the top.
14 that signed up?
Not
for it?
every single day, because some of them, they share it with either their mom or a sibling, or they forgot to charge it. So, simple things like that. But they keep their tablets in there, and then I have 2 with phones. And this does work for phones. It's just not ideal, but it is possible.
And so what do you do with the other 8 children?
Well,
Either couldn't bring it, didn't bring
right,
it,
or they don't
not
have one.
charged. Yeah.
well, I have 6 laptops in my room, so they can use those, and then I could talk to my teammates and ask to borrow one of theirs. Usually, my teammates are really flexible about borrowing laptops, unless it's like the time where we're taking those SGA tests and tests to see how they're doing, so that's when it gets crowded. But it's pretty easy, like you have kids coming in all day, borrowing laptops, taking laptops, putting them back, and whatnot.
Well, I think in certain things they could probably share laptops too.
That is true, and I did that today.
Yeah.
I do rotations for math twice a week, so they're in different groups, and I created groups for their math rotations, and so I could do like, if I wanted to do a review game or something, a fractions before a test, each group could get a laptop, and they could submit their answers together, and then I could bring them up here, and we could look at them.
Oh, that's cool.
So that could be cool if you're doing it with small groups.
Yeah.
But all the kids have access to technology, whether they bring it from home or not.
Yeah.
Because we have technology for everybody.
Yes.
But that brings up some interesting questions there. And it goes back, and I'm sure Dr. Carver has shown you this, but it's a good time to revisit.
This
It
is
was the
what
Bright Lights survey. Now, if we took a look, first of all, I'm sure she told you this, 88% of students in the survey, and students answer surveys pretty honestly, unlike older people. And they said that 88% had access to technology at home. Now, the average for the county was 89%, and that means elementary, middle, and high.
Okay.
So we are really, I mean, we are there as far as those first numbers. And then when you look, if we look at desktops, 31% said they have desktops at home not shared. Now, we're not saying they bring in desktops.
Yeah,
But I'm just telling
But they
you,
have
But they have
access.
stuff,
that's what the number is looking at. And if we go a little further,
If these were answered by kids, I doubt they understood what that meant.
well,
Because
They
I can't
actually
believe that
answered-
30% of them have desktops in their rooms in 5th grade.
well, we explained to them and showed them during the survey. The survey was conducted, of course, under my supervision, so I know it was done correctly. And we showed them our one desktop that we have left in the whole building, because believe it or not, they asked.
Right.
Because once again, they want to get the right answer even on a survey. They don't know what the right answer is, but they want to know what it means.
But
So
did they understand shared versus not shared?
I would have to
Because if they're
assume,
saying that 37% of the kids in the school do not have to share their desktop, that means they've got a computer, a desktop in their room.
well, that's the thing of it, and that's what we're going to find out.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. This is all we have for a survey, so we really don't know how else to gather information.
Right.
This Bright Lights survey was a county initiative, that all the schools did. Now, as with all surveys, as you're aware, especially in this political climate, surveys can bite you. All right, so we've gotta look at that and see, yeah, no survey is, what, end all, but it's a beginning, Now with tablets, it was interesting because now we see the numbers change. When we look at tablets, we see 79% saying they have tablets and 53% not changed. So those numbers are changing. All right, all I'm saying is I think I would just take this as encouraging. You know, I don't know what the margin of error is on this, but you know, we will find that. And then this goes what Ms. Finn has seen and done, I say, a great job on her own.
Thank you. You're helping all the time.
She's done a great job. This is kind of like the goal.
Brilliant. They sometimes come in and they know way more about technology. When they're so active, I have to find new and challenging ways to engage throughout our lesson. When I have the opportunity to use a device or use a program that matches what they love to do at home, it's all the better. I would say I'm not the most tech savvy teacher, but I do try to implement technology into my classroom. This is the way they learn. This is the future. When I was in school, it was textbooks and notebooks and pencils, and now it's tablets and computers.
Dusty chalk, that was your job to get the things,
And remember, these tablets,
actually put
if
the
they
word
happen
right
to
there in
have
front of
tablets,
them.
we're
They're
not
able
saying
to
they have to
engage,
bring them in, but all they
use
use is a browser.
technology, and then
That's all we're
have it
talking
go
about,
right
just
back
like
to
you are using a
our
browser on this laptop.
We
There's other
did where
capabilities,
we
but
had to
all they
write
need is a
our
browser.
partners' names on a certain piece of
Are
paper,
they only able
and
to
we
open
took a
up this
picture of it.
on
And
it,
send
or
the
is
pictures to
it
the
a
board.
browser like
So
any
It's a
Wi-Fi?
browser, and that's why we did digital citizenship. All right?
Oh, okay.
So that's why we're digitally certified.
Incorporating answers of
Okay, and that's what that's all about. And of course, if you
and it
understand
really allows them to have
what's
a
been
say.
happening in the
You could
news
easily
as far
manipulate it to where you set up a
as
class,
things people are putting
within that
on
class, you could set it
there.
up.
Give a chance, look
I
at
use
that
the
link,
assessment
common
builder
sense,
to engage the
media,
kids
families.
by sending it to them
Tons of information. That's
to
movies,
have
that's
choices,
books.
a short response,
And
you
kids,
can have a
kids
true
are really
false.
receptive to that
And
whole
sending this
curriculum.
card.
Yeah.
And it should
That's
be
what it's
popping
about.
up on your
What's it
screen.
say?
When the
I don't
student sends the
envision,
card
I
back to
would
me,
never
I can
imagine
view
my kids
their
didn't even
responses
know
to it. I can see what the
Fine,
answers
take
were.
that, but you know,
When I
sometimes things
administer
pop up
tests.
when you're doing
And
stuff
I
that
answer
actually
the
sit
card.
Oh, yeah, like YouTube.
And then it allows me to see the side, so I need to teach them how to